Friends, today we are going to discuss another one topic of paint that is called that is why we are going to measure the paint thickness. It is very important to measure the paint thickness because first point is the ensure the thickness of the paint or a coating for a particular application is within the acceptable tolerances. Whether the thickness of the paint is as per acceptable tolerances or not. Evaluate coating expected lifespan or performance. If you get the actual recommended thickness, then you get certainly going to get the lifespan. Then check the lifespan of the particular equipment upon which the coating is applied. To check for flaws or deviation caused by repair to a surface. If there is any deviation or flaw is there, then also you come to know caused by repairs to a surface, and ensure compliance with industry relevant standard. So these are the reason why we are measuring we are measuring the thickness of the paint. Then how do we measure the thickness? Now coating and paint thickness gauge meter is used to perform the non-destructive measurement of DPT, means dry film thickness, on both ferrous and non-ferrous substrate. Substrate means the material. Whether it can be ferrous, it can be non-ferrous also, and you can measure both cases. You can measure the film thickness or dye film thickness. It utilizes electromagnetic induction principle for thickness measurement of non-magnetic coating on ferrous substrate, on ferrous material. If you are applying non-magnetic coating, then it can be measured, such as ferrous substrate means what is the ferrous substrate, like steel, and ED current for non-conductive coating. This is non-conductive coating on non-ferrous substrate such as aluminium. Non-ferrous means aluminium. Ferrous means steel. Here it will be non-magnetic. Here it will be non-conductive. Then also you can measure the you can first when it is non-magnetic on ferrous substrate, then electromagnetic induction and ED current for non-conductive. You may remember non-conductive and non-ferrous material, and tolerance will be plus minus 1%. There is another one method we can measure the thickness, that is called ultrasonic paint thickness gauges, that can be used for thickness of coating on non-metallic substrate, non-metal, not ferrous, non-ferrous like aluminium, and ferrous like steel. If you are non-metallic substance, suppose PVC, etc., there also you can measure the film thickness. Then you have to apply the ultrasonic paint thickness gauge. Here what it will do, now the probe of the paint meter contain an ultrasonic transducer that sends the pulse through the coating, paint. The pulse reflect back from the substrate, means either it is non-ferrous or non-metallic, then also that it will reflect back and transducer and is converted into high frequency electric signal. Typically this ultrasonic paint thickness measurement gauge tolerance is plus minus 3%. So there are the three meter is available. One is electromagnetic, another one is ED current, and another one is ultrasonic. With the three meter, you can measure the thickness of the paint for ferrous, non-ferrous, or non-metallic. There are two types of film thickness we are measuring in the industry. One is called wet film thickness measurement, another is dye film thickness measurement. What is the purpose? Now wet film thickness measurement and dye film thickness measurement, DFT and WPFT, are the critical measurement in the coating and painting industry, differing primarily by curing state of the material. Which state it is the material, means which state the painting is at present, and we are measuring. One is wet wet film thickness, another is dry film thickness. So which state is there? Paint is there. Wet WFT measure the coating immediately after application, when the whereas DFT measure after the coating measure the coating once the solvent have evaporated. Solvent means either water or oil evaporated and produced the and has fully cured. So DFT is measured when all the solvent evaporated. It may be water, it may be oil, totally evaporated. Then only you have to measure the DFT. And WPT, when wet film thickness, that is measured just after the application. This is what is the difference? Now, assess the wet film thickness are measured on the liquid paint on membrane while it is still wet, and it monitored the application process using wet film and help to adjust the spray or brush rate to avoid under or over application. If there is over application, you make it try to uniform it. If it is lower application, if it is under application, so you have to again apply some paint. That you can come to know once you measure the wet film thickness. When dry film thickness, once it is dry, you cannot do anything. But once it is wet, you can measure the wet film thickness and adjust your paint accordingly. And dry film thickness is once it is dried, you will measure the complete the dry film thickness coating for coating. These are the two critical values we have to measure while application of the paint. There is another, apart from this, we can measure the thickness by destructive testing also, by cutting the coating, paint coating across and in a cross section, and measure the film thickness by viewing or cut microscopically. So you have to remove some paint by knife and others, and do thickness measurement by microscopically. You will come to know what is the thickness of the paint. That is also one process that is called destructive method. Now, what does dye film thickness means? Dye film thickness means the DFT means dye film thickness. This can consist of single layer or multi layers also. DFT measure for cure coating. Cure coating, after the coating dries. The thickness of a coating depends on the application and type of process employed. Proper thickness should be determined by recommended coating system parameters. So it can be single layer, it can be double layer. So once you do the single layer, suppose you applied primer, leave some space where you measure the primer thickness. Then again coat it and coat it, and then again do the measurement after first coating. Then you will get the film thickness of the first coating, first coating or intermediate coating. Then again you apply the paint, and again you give some pocket and measure the thickness. You will get the final coating thickness. So like this. Like this, you come to know total thickness of the paint, including the primer, intermediate coat, and final coat. Friends, I think I have discussed in detail the importance of dye film thickness measurement, wet film thickness measurement. If you go through the sites, your concept will be totally clear. And this will help you to in your industry also to explain you the painter or paint applicator the importance of wet film thickness and dye film thickness. Wet film thickness will give you the idea whether the painting is uniformly applied or not during wet condition. So you can still margin is there till scope is there, you can make it uniform. And dye film thickness, it will give you the total dye film thickness of the paint, and that will that you can come to know whether as per the recommended value given by the purchaser, given by the manufacturer, whether you have applied it or not. So I think if you are satisfied, you give a tick mark to me and subscribe this channel, and and forward this channel to your friends so that they will be benefited. Our next chapter, we are going to tell you another very important topic of paint, that is the characteristics of the paint, and the surface area required, how much paint is required, how much paint is required for application. We'll discuss in detail. Thank you very much.